Welcome to Bridget's Kitchen. Today we're going to make pea soup. So as you can see here, I'm removing a ham bone that I have been boiling for a couple of hours on low heat, and we've made a lovely stock. To that stock we're going to add our split peas, and we've had them soaking overnight in some warm water to rehydrate the peas. So we're going to add them to the stock. We'll adjust our heat to medium and bring the peas to a boil. We're also going to heat up another small pan, and in this frying pan we're going to do a mirepoix. I've laid out a bowl here to scoop the foam that will result from the boiling of the peas. As you can see, I'm stirring them here, and a foam or froth is starting to form on the top. Add some butter to a heated pan, and we are going to add our mirepoix and cook it low and slow. Now, what is a mirepoix, you may be wondering? Well, it is an aromatic mix of vegetables, typically 2 parts onion, 1 part carrot, and 1 part celery. And by just cooking that low and slow, we're going to release the flavor of the mirepoix and then add it to it. I'm going to put the timer on here for about 25 minutes to cook our mirepoix, and then we can add it later to our pea soup. Now we get to scoop off some of this not so delicious looking foam from our split peas. We're going to add that just to a bowl, and we'll toss that out later. It is perfectly all right, however, to leave the foam on the pea soup, and it will incorporate itself through the cooking process. But most people will scoop it off and discard it. It's very typical when cooking any type of bean or lentil for this foam to form. It's due to excess starch. It's on the surface of the beans, I believe. So we've scooped it off, and now our peas have burst, and we have a nice velouté. We're going to add in our mirepoix to our soup and scrape all that goodness in. And we're going to give that a stir, and oh my, look how delicious that pea soup is starting to look. Now we're going to add some diced up ham. I always love to make pea soup after cooking a ham. It's one of my favorite things to do with the leftover ham, and I always make sure to save lots of ham meat to add to my pea soup. You can also make pea soup with salt meat, which I've done before as well. However, I do prefer to use the picnic ham. To make our dumplings or doughboys, and I've got 2 cups of flour in my bowl. I'm going to add half a teaspoon of salt and 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and I've added that to this ramekin. Toss that in. 2 tablespoons of sugar, and then with a wooden spoon I'm going to blend that together before I add 1 cup of milk and 1/4 cup of melted butter. And I've warmed my milk in the microwave so it is nice and warm. Now once I add this, I'm going to stir it together really fast, and then we're going to pop it into our pea soup. So make a well, our mixture, and here goes our warm milk and our 1/4 cup of melted butter. And we'll stir this together. To make delicious dumplings. I'm going to give this one final stir. I dropped in a couple of bay leaves to add some flavor. And we will drop our doughboys into our pea soup. Oh, it's going to be a very full pot. And the last one. Do we have room? Oh yeah. There you go. We're going to cover that and we're going to let that simmer for about 15 minutes. Wow. Jesus in the garden, as my mother would say. That's a lot of doughboys. Taking them out. Oops.
Dad, shut up.
Douglas, I can't believe you just said that. Like, I can't believe it looks terrible. Well, what are you having for supper tonight? Because you're not having none of this. Okay, Katie. So I'm going to add a bit of pepper. And we'll have a taste test.
Oh my. Dumplings.
Katie,
Yeah?
little Peppers must be getting a little bit worried or something because she, I haven't had to lift her down for her meals for some time.